While everyone, including successive presidents and prime ministers, has condemned the system of education inherited from the British days, little has been done to change it. Whether the current exercise in formulating a new education policy leads to marginal improvements or a basic change remains to be seen. Most pointers indicate some marginal adjustments. Though disappointing, even the marginal changes need not be despised, for the alternative is that we carry on with the present system. Should some marginal improvements take place, instituting a well organized and scientific system of academic audit should be given top priority. We are all familiar with the auditing of expenditure. There is an elaborate system whereby the accounts maintained by various government departments and undertakings are audited at the end of every financial year. There are variations too in this system. In certain cases, we have pre audit, and in certain other cases, there is concurrent audit. Even private undertakings get their accounts audited. If the system is accepted for financial expenditure, why should it not be accepted for academic effort? All academic effort costs time and money. Whatever is done must lead to something. It may be the education of young persons, it may be the completion of a scientific project, or it may be the writing of an article or a book. In each case, there has to be some kind of a relationship between input and output. The odd thing about the Indian situation is that not even the first step towards what is called academic audit has yet been taken. Not only that, it would be difficult to think of a more blunted academic conscience than that in our country. Year after year, a high percentage of students fail. Does this bother anyone? An examination, whatever else it might be, is an attempt to find out to what extent the student has learnt what he has expected to learn. In this sense, it is a form of academic audit. Over the centuries, people have devised various ways of evaluating what students learn and the competence with which they learn. For instance, they are awarded marks and grades. During the last century or so, this particular branch of human learning has developed almost beyond recognition, and today there are very fine systems of assessment. As far as students are concerned, there has been a good deal of research, experimentation, and refinement of theories, with the result that what students do or fail to do can be determined most accurately. What when it comes to the performance of institutions and individual scholars, the system is not particularly well developed. It is difficult to devise ways of measurement whereby the excellence of an institution or an individual can be measured with a certain degree of accuracy. This is because so many imponderables enter into the situation. To talk of an institution, first there are issues like what kind of students seek and are granted admission, what is the quality and performance of the teachers engaged to instruct them, how they perform in the classroom and outside, to what extent they confine themselves only to teaching, and to what extent they succeed in extending the frontiers of knowledge, and so on. There are dozens of other criteria that can be thought of. Each one of them is important, but what is really important is the final outcome. Since it is difficult to quantify it and develop an order of priorities and proportions, the final assessment usually remains difficult to arrive at. What is true of institutions is equally true of individuals. How does one assess an individual teacher or researcher. Some teachers are good scholars but poor communicators. Some are poor scholars but are good communicators. Then there are some who are outgoing and have those social skills which can draw students out of their shell of self centeredness and ignorance. Others lack the social skills and perform in the class as if those sitting in front of them were a bunch of lifeless individuals. Whether they can also feel or not is a question that such teachers seldom care to ask themselves. There are hundreds of different factors that one can think of as far as instructions in the classroom is concerned. To make a minor example, some feel inspired at the sight of a large number of students sitting in front of them. Others feel daunted and become self conscious. Where they are to deal with a small group of students, they would perform better. But since they are required to teach a large number, they falter. Anyone familiar with teaching knows that situations like this keep on arising. In addition to instructions in the classroom, there is the role and performance of a teacher outside the classroom. If a student wishes to see a teacher outside the class in order to get a difficulty explained or get guidance, how he is received is a matter of tremendous significance. If the student gets the feeling that his visit was unwelcome, he will hesitate to talk. The Premier General Stores, Main Road, Gulbarga. Dear sirs, we have pleasure in sending you a sample packet of our modern soap powder which we have placed on the market. As a result of a long and careful research, this product has been brought into being. We are confident that it will fulfill a long felt need. From the catalog enclosed, you will find that it possesses many special merits which place it ahead of other competitors. It is highly economical. It dissolves readily in water and cleans all kinds of clothes quickly. The use of this new powder will save a lot of labor in rubbing and rinsing. 20 grams of powder mixed in a bucket full of water will work wonders even with a dozen pieces of clothes. A novel feature added to this is that it acts equally well on any type of cloth. Moreover, it gives a longer life to the clothes. We have engaged our representatives in the districts all over the country in order to carry on door to door canvassing of our product. They explain to the consumers the better quality of our soap powder by means of practical demonstration. We have been receiving many inquiries from different parts of the country. This goes to prove that the public at large have recognized the merits of the product. We are therefore confident that its usefulness will easily enable you to find a ready market. The terms of our offer of this unique product are very liberal. It has been priced at a very economical level so as to be within the easy reach of the common man. We offer a 15% discount with 30 days credit on all purchase above 1000 rupees. The goods will be dispatched promptly and delivered rightly at your stores, the freight charges being borne by us. We now request you to consider our offer, keeping in view the favorable terms. We shall be highly obliged if you could send your order as early as possible, and we assure you that the same will receive our immediate and best personal attention. Thanking you, yours faithfully. Calcutta Soap Works.